Best in the Game is brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USA Athletics, helping the world keep promises. Not many have been better than this guy. Brenden Rice tied for the Pac-12 lead in touchdown catches. Happy to have you, Brenden. Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, Max Brown. I asked Coach this. I'll ask you because you'll know better. Was there a turning point for you? I mean, you're obviously on this incredible run, a touchdown streak, and just statistically it dates back to that Tulane game where you really exploded in the Cotton Bowl. But was there a moment before that, or was it this offseason where you just feel like, it just sort of fell into place for you?
I think the turning point just had to go back to me aligning everything that was happening outside the game of football and transferring it inside the game of football. I felt as though, like, my life outside of football wasn't the best last year. There was some stuff that I wasn't really focusing on, and where you put your energy into is where you're going to feed. So I decided to go ahead and put my energy fully into the game of football, into my schoolwork, into my craft, and now you see like the benefits of the riches for that.
Yeah, Coach touched on your work ethic, and since you've been here, he said it doesn't matter if you're hurt or what's going on, you're going to be out there practicing. And obviously, your old man was known for his work ethic. How has that changed? You think your game, like you spoke on, like how has that made you focus even much more when you're getting that work in?
It transfers over into the confidence aspect of the game. I mean, you see these greats, Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders, everybody has that great work ethic that just goes behind into what makes them great. Yep. And then even what Coach Lincoln praises every day in and day out, it doesn't matter what you do last year, it matters what you do now in this present moment, or else you won't see the field. So, because everything in practice is going to transfer over into the game.
Before you came to SC, you were a Buff. What was it like going back to Folsom Field? And I was going to say there's probably a lot of familiar faces, but there's actually probably not because the turnover on the roster and obviously new coach. What was that experience like?
It was ecstatic, man. Like the crowd, the energy. It was a battle out there. And then trying to stay focused and locked into the game. And then they're yelling like constantly on offense. You're trying to get the count from Caleb. And the energy was just different. I loved it.
You're listening to Brenden Rice on Trojans Live. Sean and Coach were just talking about how everyone maybe needs to appreciate wins a little bit more. I thought you gave a nice answer about how everyone maybe needs to appreciate Caleb a little bit more in the post game. And it is easy to take for granted, but 6 touchdowns is just like, sometimes he can make it look easy. This offense can make it look easy, but not everyone around the country is doing that. It is pretty remarkable what he's doing. What's it like playing with him and having him be the leader in your huddle?
He just brings everybody to life. He makes people go ahead and want to be better, and he brings people up with him. And he'll never tear you down. He'll just go ahead and help you to grow to that next level. And I feel as though that's what he did with me that offseason, and that's where you guys have seen the riches and the benefits from that.
What's the key in scramble drill when Caleb's working his magic back there and he's flying around? Are you just trying to beat your guy, or are you going to the open zone? How do you attack that?
Honestly, I just try to fly to get his peripheral vision. If I fly and get his peripheral vision, I know he's going to find me. I know he's going to put the ball where he wants it. If he wants me to slow down or if he wants me to go up, I can go ahead and adjust based off the ball. So if I go ahead and just keep working and working and working, I know the ball's coming.
Where does that toughness stem from? Coach Riley talked about it. I saw it on the field. I thought, man, that could have been a gnarly injury when you had that awkward hit in the center of the field. But you come back, and you're always that, not every big receiver like you actually plays big, but you have both. Where does that physicality come from?
I think being raised with my brother and my stepdad and my sister. Even my sister's tough, so she even played football a little bit. But I would have to say just this game can't be taken for granted. So if you get hit or you have a little nagging injury, just get up, go ahead, go to the next play, push through it, because this game's going to end for everybody one day. So you got to go ahead and make that next step. Go ahead and make that next push, because at one moment given in time, it's going to end for all of us.
You mentioned your siblings, obviously your father, but your stepfather also a football player. I mean, football is just your family, right? Were there ever any other sports? Was there ever a moment where you're like, oh, you know what, I think I want to, be a hooper or something like that, and turn away from the family business, if you will?
I was actually really cold at basketball, man.
Tell them.
My family really wanted me to go into the basketball lane, but I wanted to chase the glory of the last name Rice. And I would have to say I also dibble-dabbled in track a little bit. So, yeah.
how's the semester in school going? I know you guys are in the middle of it now. You're 5 games in. You're in the thick of things right now. School's going right now. How's the daily grind of Brenden Rice's day?
It's tough, man. Hey, I have a meditation class. I wanted them to
Heard
add
about this meditation class.
man,
I've
it
heard.
seems to be popular.
Hey, yeah, I wanted them to add it onto my schedule. It helps me clear my head, because being a college athlete is hard. Student athlete, student come first. It's very hard. It's nagging, and you need to go ahead and, especially at the prestigious University of USC, and just like trying to go ahead and get that degree, you got to have a clear mind at times.
What's the midterm exam like in the meditation class? Do you even know? Or what do you?
Honestly, I have no idea, but it helps me
See
get
how
on
long
my
you
right
can
for the
focus.
week. Yep.
I was wondering. I've seen various places that it's become hot to sort of talk about people's peak miles per hour, and I saw that you hit 23 miles per hour. I assume in an off-season workout. I'm curious when you're putting in all that work, what metrics are you looking at these days? It used to always be about the 40 time, but now they look about the 10-yard get off, and you talk about sort of your peak, MPH. What kind of metrics do you use to grow your body physically and your speed and your athleticism?
I say, yeah, definitely that top end speed because I want to go ahead and separate from people, but I want my stance and start to be fast. So this offseason, me and the coaching staff or the strength staff worked on some RFE single leg squats to go ahead and better my stance and my strength of my legs. And I went from like a 157 down to a 143. It changed dramatically.
Home game, you know what that means? That means you're going to have a nice outfit on for the day. Do you have something picked out already, or are you waiting to the day to make that decision? We're going to be checking out the drip. Is that what we call it? Drip check?
Yes.
Drip
Rate that drip.
Rate the drip.
that
There it
drip.
I like drip.
You got something ready for us, or are you waiting on that?
I'm waiting on that. I got to
right.
go ahead and see what's in my closet.
What's clean? That's what I would wear. Oh, this one's clean.
There you go.
Yeah, no, he's going a little harder than you, Sean. I'm already even the jeans tonight are pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Appreciate you.
The kicks are nice too. It all works. It's all working for Brenden Rice this season. He has been locked in and a huge weapon in this USC offense. More to come on Saturday night. When you've got good beer and good vibes, it's all bueno. Stone Buena Vesa Salt and Lime Lager is Baja inspired, imported from San Diego. Located near you at find.stonebrewing.com. Thank you to Brenden Rice. When we come back, the head coach of the hottest team at USC women's volleyball. They've won 9 straight. Brad Keller is next on Trojans Live.